Here's a how-to video on how to install the auto steer on the 4960 John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. We have to mount the top unit here. We want to make sure that it's directly center, because that will determine your rows where your seed drop. So the top receiver unit is going to go right here. It's a yellow dome, and eventually it's going to hook up to the seeder over there, the air seeder, which Josh just got. So we're going to run, we've already installed the bracket here that's going to run the electric up into and up and around the back window up to the receiver, and then down to the steering wheel that we're going to be taking apart and installing for you here shortly. So stay tuned for that. We still have to find where this 3-prong ABC cord is going to go, and this is just a fuse box. Most of this came hooked up because this was a pre-used unit that we got secondhand here. We got a bracket mounted here, just 2 bolts in the back side hold this up. We've already plugged in the 1 cord for the back of it here. I'll show you what it looks like back there. Okay, another 2 bracket. Just the wing nuts, just screw on there really easy. Right here is where you're gonna have your SD card and your information for it. We gotta find out where this plugs into. I'm guessing the steering wheel, because the steering wheel is gonna come out and put the other one in, the auto steer. We've got this that needs to go probably, I'm guessing again, to the steering wheel. And then another ABC here that needs to go to the steering wheel. Right here, we've got the auto steer button. So you just give it a click, and it will automatically take over the steering for you when you got in line. So we're gonna find a place to mount this, and then we're gonna show you where we hook all the wires up. And right here we have a brand new looking,
it's basically an outlet plug.
And that looks like it will fit this.
Yep.
And this other one. So good start. All right, first things first, to get this old steering wheel apart. Right here we got the John Deere cap. That's gonna need to come off. If you push and twist on this all day long, you can twist it, and it won't do anything, because you gotta get the top off, because there's something we have to get onto under here. So you're gonna need a flat screwdriver, flat head, and there's actually a little piece right there ready to dig up. And then if you work your way around it, you'll be able to pop that right off, like so. Then there was an old broken rubber washer that is really, really old.
Right, just to hold dust out of there.
So that can be replaced or not. We're gonna have a,
Let's see what size that is.
10 millimeter. Okay, I said that, but I'm not sure. And then this is gonna come off and separate, and then we're gonna have a couple, I think like a locking washer, another washer, and then like a king nut in the middle. So there'll be one more after this to take off. So it's 13. And then this will pull up and separate. Okay, then we screw this top off. lo and behold, you'll find the large nut that will need to come off next, and after that, this steering wheel will be able to come apart. All right, for purposes of reality, instead of being fake like everybody else on YouTube, this was pretty difficult to get off. But once you take this bigger nut off, which we had to use a vice grips because we didn't have a big enough metric, then it will pop right off just like that. So all this stays intact, all that stays intact, and here's what pops off. So it'll pull straight out. But it takes a lot of enforcement to get that off. We had to use the mallet.
We used a metal spacing
We used a spacer. We threaded the nut back on to keep that spline center piece from breaking.
Then we put a spacer over at the top.
We hit it all the way up.
We held it up.
Since this is a telescoping model. And then
we
pounded on it, and that's finally what broke it loose. But
that little Schaefer chain lube.
Unfortunately, we probably spent 15 minutes just figuring out how to get this piece apart. Which, once it's apart, look how easy it is.
And it stays as one piece. This does not come out of there, so don't try to pound that out.
So our next thing to do is bring the new steering wheel in. So we'll go grab that. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So this piece,
You have to put it back on.
Was right around here.
No, it was down around the base.
It was down around here, the snap ring, and that has to get pried with a screwdriver
from the inside of it.
From the inside, you just pry against the spline, and then it comes off.
Pop off pretty easy. And once that's apart, then
slides all the
the
way
cover
off,
boot will fall off.
and you're down to the main
Shaft here.
shaft here.
And so probably this is gonna have to come off and go onto the new steering wheel.
I think this stays on, because I think this is what actually turns. Yeah, because this doesn't move. This is what turns your wheels.
Okay.